Aquarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your mid-May through mid-June career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job, your self-worth. Where is it that you are trying to level up in that area of your life? This is a big Taurus energy here as we come to the last degrees of Uranus. We will have a Mars and Leo squaring Uranus in Taurus event that occurs during this time. And you all as a fellow fixed sign will probably feel that. Other two major things that are going on. We have Saturn entering the sign of Aries. This is the brand new 30-year cycle here, Aquarius, kind of like you all's Pluto in Aquarius, right? And then we also have Jupiter moving into the sign of Cancer. So lots going on, Aquarius. If you haven't subscribed to Scorpio Soul Time, I would love it if you would. It's absolutely free for you. All you have to do is hit the bell and the subscribe button. Also, if you are looking for additional content, we have a lot on Scorpio Soul Time. If you check the box below, the description box, I also have those May monthlies that's going to really help you as we end this month. So let's get right into it, Aquarius. We'll start off mid-May. Death card, other fixed sign comes into your reading. Scorpio energy there, major arcana, as well as the Seven of Swords. So be careful of someone being shifty here. This is right after that Scorpio full moon. You also have the Wheel of Fortune by time you are getting to the end of May in the upright, and the Page of Wands. So good news could be coming in there. By time we get into June, 10 of Swords, needing to mentally leave something behind, Aquarius, as well as the Queen of Wands in the reverse. By the time we get to June, mid-June, I should say, we have the Five of Swords, looking over your shoulder there, Aquarius, and the Six of Cups in the reverse. So by the time you're getting to mid-May, or I should say mid-June, I do see some kind of positivity happening, possibly with people from your past. When I did turn over the deck, look what I see, a 10 of Pentacles. I'm actually going to take that out because I do think that for you all, this is really important, because I think this is what you all have been working towards in your career, is trying to get some type of family unit together. So I'm actually going to leave that out because I do think that that actually comes into play by the time you are moving into mid-June. So let's go ahead and pull a card representing the energy that you bring into mid-May. Spirit, if you can send my Aquarians a card representing the energy that maybe they were dealing with back in April and what they start out this reading with. And you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So the Five of Pentacles is that card of worrying that you do not have enough, worrying about your finances. Possibly you have been let go from a job, or you're just really unhappy. Maybe you have a side hustle, or you're a entrepreneur and you've been having problems getting clients. This is something you have been worrying about, but with it in the reverse, this means that you all have been thinking about this, but you're not there yet. Like you haven't had this huge realization, but you are contemplating it in the future. And so I would tell you, as we come into June, I do think this 10 of Pentacles is going to be very pivotal for you after getting that Five of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and pull one last card. This is going to represent the energy that is a oracle message for your career. And you have the Sun. Beautiful, beautiful card here. Leo energy coming in. I was telling you at the beginning of this reading that we have a lot of fixed energy going on here during this period. And I do think that the Sun card, as well as that Death card, you all are also the Aquarius card, and Taurus energy is huge this time, at this time. And I do think the Sun is telling you, you are ready to hit your gong and go. Like you are ready to claim what is yours. during this time period. And I do think many of you all are coming into a realization, Aquarius, of what your potential is during this time. And I think that is big for you all, especially because you all have been going through this energy of just trying to find yourself. And I do think this Sun card is a positive sign that you are on the way to doing that. So really nice to see. Love that depiction with the gong there. All right, so let's go ahead and start off mid-May. Now, what I was saying at the beginning of this reading is that we did have a Scorpio full moon. I believe it was on the 12th. Some of you had some really big realizations during that time, or possibly 2 weeks after that Scorpio full moon. Someone has been lying, stealing, cheating, something around not being honest at work or around you at home. And I say at home because you did get that 10 of Pentacles. And so I am wondering if this is something around your partner, or this could be like someone at your job has been talking about issues at their home, or issues with trying to relieve themselves of some kind of worry. And I do think as you come into this time, we have Sun conjunct Uranus and Taurus on the 17th. Sun enters Gemini on the 20th. So I do think that more communications pick up during this time. So do not be surprised if you start hearing more about what this distrust is, or possibly you start hearing people kind of whispering. Remember, the Death card is scorpionic energy, which has to do with lies and truth. Now, I do think that as you come into the last part of May, this is a really good time for you all. Saturn enters Aries on the 24th. This is a huge energy here because it is starting a brand new cycle for Saturn. So 30-year cycle, Saturn will be here until the 31st, and then it will retrograde back into Pisces. And then we have all this Gemini stellium coming in. Mercury enters Gemini, a Gemini new moon on the 26th, and the Sun is conjunct Mercury in Gemini on the 30th. During this time, you all have a twist of fate occur. There is an opportunity that comes in that is so strong, Aquarius, that you're like, where did this come from? It's like you did not realize what big energy you were working with during the end of May going into June. Some of you all get a job offer. Some of you all are pulled to the side by a higher up and said, hey, we would like you to come into our office and we'd like to talk to you about a promotion. There's something here that is unexpected. There's some kind of windfall. This could be also an opportunity just shows up in your email. So really pay attention right around the end of May when Saturn moves into Aries. And then we have that Gemini new moon. Now this could show up later on in June, just because after we have that new moon and we come into June, that is when we do have Venus entering Taurus. So I do think that that's going to be more money conversations, more job conversations. And I do feel like some of you are leaving or are through with a job, through with a career, or possibly needing to find balance with whoever you are under. Like if you have a boss who is just a tyrant, I do think you coming into June, Mercury entering Cancer on June 8th, this could soften the blow a little if you need to turn in your resignation. If you need to tell this person you are no longer a good fit for this organization. There's something here around you really needing to feel better about yourself. And I will tell you on June 9th, when Jupiter enters Cancer, this is when Jupiter is at home. And I do think it's going to be better for you to resign or turn in some type of information like this is not the place for me. Or maybe you are thinking about it and you're using this period to really fine tune what it is you want to do next before you turn in your resignation. Now, I will tell you on June 11th, a Sagittarius full moon. So this could all really come full circle when you get to that Sag full moon. Everything comes out, okay? So be prepared for that. Okay, so by time we are ending the month, remember that 10 of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck. And by time we end, not necessarily the month, but the end of this reading, which is mid-June, we do have the Sun squaring the nodes. So Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. And then on the 15th, we will have Mars and Leo squaring Uranus and Taurus. And this was that energy I was telling you about at the beginning. I do think that there is some tension here around colleagues, people who you trusted. I do feel like someone comes from your past, could be from another company or organization, is trying to poach you or trying to poach your clients. That's what I heard, is poaching. So some of you all could see some movement of people leaving a company or not being loyal to where they were at. I do think that this is something that could be affecting you directly, or this is something that you see out in your company or within your networking group. And I do think that by the time we get to mid-June, Jupiter and Cancer squaring Saturn and Aries, this also becomes more apparent, is like people realizing where their loyalty lies, and then other people realizing, you know what, it's time for me to get out of here. And so I do think this is going to be big for you, Aquarius, because you all are having this almost renaissance, if you will, with Pluto in your sign. And I do think that Gemini season is big for you all because you are a fellow air sign, and there are some nice trines that go on here. But I also think that you all, with the fixed energy, it's going to be really important that you really hone in on what you want to do during this time period. So I hope this was helpful for you, Aquarius. It looks like some good things coming up. I definitely want to know what happens with that Wheel of Fortune and this Ten of Swords, because there's something here with a twist of fate is going to really help you. So I hope this was helpful. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising sign, and I'll talk to you later.